Well, hey there, everybody. Doing another Reddit story. I'm back on the Reddit stories subreddit. If this is your first time, hey, welcome aboard. And if this is a return trip, thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. Hopefully, you like these stories. The mic might sound different. I went live on a stream and just monkeyed around with the settings. I saw a video with some free things you could add in. And so I was doing some sound effects. The first story that we are going to go into is it's posted by such ad 1196 and it was posted within the last 12 hours on the stories subreddit. It is listed as a nonfiction story. I went into an abandoned factory and saw things. Hello, I'm a 15-year-old male and I'm on a phone, so format isn't going to be my best. I'm sorry. I just got to say, I kind of feel them on that. When you're on a tablet or on a phone, it really, social media, if you want professional writing, social media is not the place to be looking for it. So stop being a fucking dick. I was bored and wanted to get food at my local Dunkin's, which was a 33-minute walk away from my house, more like 25 because I walk fast. They were open, but only drive-through because of COVID, so I waited for the McDonald's to open. But in the meantime, I had entered a passageway leading into an abandoned factory, or so I thought. I took pictures outside and inside, and they'll be provided. Not here, I don't think they will. I had sent one to my friend because she wanted to see, but she asked, "Who's that?" I didn't see anyone on the inside, so I said, "There's nobody." And she followed up with saying, "It's like a horror movie." She was right. The lights were on, but nobody was working, and the stuff was worn down and not working. Trust me, I tried. I explored upstairs where I found a locker room consisting of stuff belonging to what I think was the workers. It was dirty and all left behind as if in a rush to leave the area. I didn't think of it and moved to the attic, which I had explored and almost fell through the thin floor. I decided to go back to the roof, but I got scared and went back because I didn't want to get caught since it was by a main road. I ventured downstairs where I found nothing but darkness and rust. I found a door leading to a basement. Stupid me, going into it, had found a solid tunnel which led to a dead end and a ladder leading into a floorboard. I decided to walk back, but I saw a tall, skinny, shadow-like figure. I hallucinated a lot, so I thought nothing of it, but then I started getting a feeling I wasn't safe and called my friend and told her about it and ran to the exit, which I came from. I tore my shirt leaving the property, but I was safe. I wondered who that was, but I took my mind off it, buying 2 gas browns and a Danish water from McDonald's. Buying 2 gas, I'm thinking it's supposed to be hash browns, but it says gas browns. Autocorrect thinks I use the word duck a hell of a lot more than what I do. Because I was hungry, and me and my friend made jokes about her relationship and ours because we had previously been together. I got home and sent the video, which will also be provided, not on Reddit, it won't, which had a scary figure and sirens, which reminded her of the hunched figure I had seen. I'm terrified. What was it, and what would have happened if I was there long? Would I have been taken from where I stood and killed? I don't know, but I'm scared and want answers. Well, you're probably not going to get them on Reddit. If you like the story, hey, put in what you think in the comments. I would love to hear your feelings on this. A few months back, my dad had a stroke. Let's start this out right. Posted by you, Rishant, Wrishant. This one's called Heavy Feelings. It's listed as a nonfiction, and it was posted within the last 6 hours at the time of recording this. And it is Sunday at 3 p.m., roughly Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, September the 5th. Well, here goes nothing. A few months back, my dad had a stroke and got paralyzed on his left side of his body. Well, I somehow didn't panic and managed to call my mother and made her take my dad to the hospital. They came back with the results and said it was pretty bad. He went to the hospital a little too late, so he had to be rehabilitated. So me and my mother brought a psychotherapist and tried to help him, but he wouldn't listen. He believed that God would help him. He was a bit of a fanatic. If you want more details, DM me. I'll write my history with my dad. So he wouldn't listen and started smoking cigarettes, guaranteeing his next stroke. And after a month it happened, he got his second stroke and seizure. I, with my mother, rushed him to the hospital. We took a taxi. That should be my mother and I. We took a taxi. He was unconscious the whole way. I was beating his chest, trying to stimulate anything. We reached the hospital, put him on a stretcher, and off he went. My mother sent me back as my little brother was still at the house. So I went back, and my mom spent 2 days in the hospital, and on the third day she came home at 4 a.m. with my uncle, and I was like, so he's dead? She said yes. And we went to the hospital to check out the body, and yeah, he was dead, blue fingernails, paler skin. We then waited at the hospital for up to 6 hours, finalized all the documents, and finally took him to the funeral. I cremated his body. My mother and brother broke down crying. Everybody from my mother's side were there crying as well. My father is an Indian, and we were Nepali, so his side of the family couldn't make it. So after we take care of that, we go eat something, as we hadn't eaten since 4 a.m. Okay, I got to call bullshit on this because I don't know of anywhere where you have the funeral the same day they die. Usually there's a process. They have to embalm them, but if this is a third world country, maybe. My mom's family members are trying to support her, try to support me, and I'm like, I'm fine. Surprisingly, I was happy at my father's death. That's for a later date. Anyway, thanks for anybody reading this. Helped me take off some weight on my chest. Yeah, I don't necessarily believe that one, mostly because I just don't believe that if he dies at 4 a.m., you would be fucking having him buried or cremated. Because the cremation, you don't just, it isn't like a drive-through for McDonald's where you just roll up in the car and dump the body in the furnace. That's just not believable at all. Oh, by the way, I forgot to do this. The animal shelter I'm featuring today is the Animal Wellness Center, and it's in Marina del Rey, California. If I don't forget, I will put the links to it in the description on YouTube. Okay, the next one. This is another supposedly nonfiction story. It is posted by Soso underscore or underline LP, and it was posted within the last day as of the time of this reading. My cat gave me the biggest heart attack I've ever experienced. Now, for me personally, this happened the other night. I was sort of half asleep, and the cat came up and jumped on the bed right next to me and woke me up and scared the shit out of me. I don't mind. She literally did startle me. I wasn't mad or anything. My cat gave me the biggest heart attack I've ever experienced. So there I am, home alone, sitting in front of my PC and minding my own business. At some point, my cat came in. I opened my bathroom's door. I got one in my room for him since he likes sleeping on the carpet there. Don't ask me where and why and how, but somehow I overlooked that my roof window, which I usually close because otherwise he'd attempt to climb through it, was slightly open, and that my toilet lid wasn't closed. Okay, I think I can see where this one's going. Thinking that he was going to take a nap, as always, I returned to my desk, but just moments later, loud scratching noises and water-like sounds started coming from the bathroom. I only realized after like 2 seconds that this might be Flocky drowning in the toilet because he had tried to jump up the window. So I literally threw my headphones off and rushed in there to help him, just to find him trying to squeeze his arse through the goddamn narrow window opening like a fox escaping a hellhound into its den. How this ended, yes? Well, he's back in my room now. The window is slightly shut tightly, and I'm sitting next to the stupid furball trying to process what just happened. And those water-like sounds were because my cat's fur was... And what those water-like sounds were because my cat's fur wasn't wet at all. Okay, now if that's true, That is absolutely funny as hell. I'm trying to comment after some of the dicks that I've met on Reddit. I'm literally trying to. I'm gonna pause this. I have to go to the bathroom. Okay, I want to thank you for listening. It's a short one today. I got other stuff I need to do today, plus my Sunday room for my YouTube content on my other channel. If you want to help out and support me, there's links on how to do it. I'm only asking for your time and your effort. Watch a little videos, comment, share, subscribe. But check them out in the description. I want to thank you and hope everybody's having a great Sunday.